Hey everybody, it's Mandy from Chapel Forge. So I haven't put a video up for like a week because it's just been super busy. So I started offering sourdough for sale. If you've been following along, you know that we got our kitchen inspected by the Department of Ag. We're now a limited food establishment, which in some states would be called like cottage laws or whatever, or cottage licensing or however it's called in your state, which is awesome. So I've been selling yeast bread for like a month, which has been going well. And sourdough is obviously a lot scarier because there's a lot more factors that go into it than with yeast bread. So we are doing our first big round. 14 loaves that I need to get prepared. If you've ever made sourdough, attempted to make sourdough, you know that like the humidity, the flour, where the moon is, the tide, all these things like affect sourdough, and it gets so tricky. So I did a ton of testing the last like 3-4 weeks, obviously. So I started my sourdough journey 8 months ago, like November-ish. It was in the winter when I kind of committed to like learning how to bake better. And I've really been honing in on my sourdough skills here the last month in preparation for offering it for sale. You know, it's kind of scary because you promise all these things and what if it goes flat? What if the humidity like spikes? What if the oven, like whatever, like there's just so many things that could happen. So we are praying for the best. We are praying for customers full of grace. My husband assures me that it's going to be fine, and I'm just overanalyzing every minute detail, and I need to relax, which is probably true. He's usually right when it comes to these things, but has also said the same thing. So that is happening in our kitchen today. I did have to start a second starter because I wasn't going to have enough with this is my typical jar. We got this baby at the thrift store for like a few bucks, and it's super cool. Oh. So don't mind Bud. I had to get a shipment of olive oil to make soap. Have you seen the price of olive oil? It is insane. It is like almost doubled in like a year or 2 years or whatever it is. So expensive. And it's Zuzu's birthday, so wish Zuzu happy birthday. Zuzu's the big 3 and Jamie will be 5 next week. So anyway, fed my 2 starters. This one is my kind of backup starter. So I have that. So we have those 14 loaves to make. Bud is selling his cookies, which is super fun. So I think he has, I don't know, 16 packs or something. I have a couple loaves of yeast and some rolls to make. So I have to give a shout out to Madara Farms. Amelia has been just the best cheerleader. If you're looking to like start a micro bakery or start sourdough, she's so encouraging and it's just great. It's not just your basic like, these are the steps to make sourdough, which is great. And we need those people on YouTube also, but she just does a lot of encouragement, a lot of great tips, you know, getting into wholesale and like all kinds of things. So goals for me, like I would love to do wholesale at some point or whatever, but this is where we're going to start because, you know, we've learned over the years that scaling things slowly and steadily just makes the most sense. So some of the other things on the horizon is I'd like to offer granola at some point. My friend Esther, who has also been integral in helping us, hold on. Okay, Zuzu's super sad. She'll be okay. Also been integral in helping us get our kitchen set up. She has a commercial kitchen, which she's had for many years. She gave us some really great tips. We were talking about granola and she gave me her recipe. So I made her recipe a few times and I like it, but I'm going to modify it and kind of make it my own, which I feel like is what I should do anyway. You know, I wouldn't feel right selling her recipe. So anyway, I will have granola on the horizon soon. Bud might be adding another cookie at some point. So the ones he has right now are, we call them Trailblazer cookies. They have toasted coconut and toasted walnuts, right?
Yep.
And oats. Toasted oats, dried cranberries. They are, oh my gosh. They're like chewy and a little bit crunchy. They're just, they're fantastic. Okay, so we also got approval from all the people that needed to give me approval to set up our commercial stove. So I'm really excited about that. I have a propane stove, which I love. We love cooking on propane. I do not like cooking on electric or in electric or whatever. However, it's very tricky to bake sourdough on the bottom rack and it not burn. I've done multiple layers of parchment. I've done a cookie sheet on the bottom. I've done foil on the bottom. I've done the sling. I did like a week of just testing on the bottom. And unfortunately, it's just not worth the stress right now. So I can bake 2 at a time. So essentially I'll be baking for 7-8 hours tomorrow. That way, like towards the evening, so I can keep it as fresh as possible for my delivery on Thursday afternoon. This is the other tricky part with a micro bakery. You only have so much space. And so, we try to make it as fresh as possible. Obviously, I don't want to give people stuff that's older than like 24 hours. I'm trying to keep it to closer to 12. Again, my husband's like, babe, you need to be a little bit more realistic. Like, it's way fresher than the bread at the store, which I totally get. And he's so right. And he's always like the voice of reason. But nonetheless, I'm trying to keep it as fresh as possible. So that's a tricky thing. Definitely working on that. So I've rewritten my schedule for today and tomorrow like 50 times. Stretch and folds at this time and all that kind of stuff. So it'll be fine. This is my first go. When I started selling soap, I definitely had jitters about that and like giving it to people and being like, hi, hope you don't hate this. It's scary. We had this with fire pokers or anything that you add to your business at any point. It's always a little bit nerve-wracking. Hi, bud. Always a little bit nerve-wracking to offer things to the public that you haven't before. Fortunately, most of the people that ordered are friends that I've been, either friends with for a long time. They've been customers with our business for a long time or whatever. So, Lord willing, they'll, like I said, have some grace for us. So that's what I have on the horizon. I am really excited to get this commercial stove in because I should be able to do at least 4 loaves, maybe 8 at a time. I don't know how many Dutch ovens I can fit on top. I have 5 Dutch ovens, thanks to my brother who gave me one of his extras. So I have 5. If I can fit 8, oh my gosh, we will be cooking with city gas. That will be amazing. But it'll be fine. These are just the, starting off sort of kinks that we have to work out. I cannot wait to get that stove set up. It is super cool and I will show you it. I think I shared it on social, like when we got it. We've had it for probably over a year now. We bought it from a church. It was used like 4 times. It's basically brand new. Not 4 times, 4 years and like once a month to make like soup and like hot cocoa or coffee or something. So I am really excited to have that. So that's what is happening here. I will be coming to you, I am sure, soon with some other fun things that are happening around the farm. We have some new babies and things to share. We have some projects we'd like to try to get done before it gets cold again. Thanks for hanging in there while, I've kind of had these like longer breaks in between videos. I'm definitely getting to that point of pregnancy where I have to like take a break because I'm tired. And I was joking, I'm a geriatric pregnant woman now. So yeah, we are getting to that stage, and especially when it's hot, like I'm definitely like, I just have to take breaks. It's just how it is. So we'll see you guys next time.